Oh, shout out to North Carolina A&T, man, on their first conference win, their first Big South conference win, their first ever conference play in the Big South. Jah-Maine Martin. That's what I'm talking about, man. Dog, Jah-Maine Martin is back. He looked back to normal. You know, with him scoring his 20-something touchdowns, you know, in 2019, and for him to have struggled as much as he did for the majority part of, at the early part of the season, I didn't know how he would look today. You know, I didn't think he was gonna look like that all season long. And today, man, he came out guns blazing, man. Came out with 2 tutties. Fowler at quarterback looked really good. He looked really good at QB, man. He didn't make too many mistakes. The 2 interceptions was not his fault. You know, they were tipped up in the air in the defender caught it, right? So this is actually huge for HBCU football as a whole. For them, you know, for an HBCU to come from the MEAC, for them to dominate in HBCU football for 3 straight years like they did, and then for them to transfer to a whole nother conference, and for them to get their first win on the first try, it speaks volume to how good the team is. You know, me personally, I was kind of nervous, you know, me personally heading into the season for them because totally, you know, it's totally different. You know, for them to be in the MEAC, and I didn't know how it would turn out at the start of the season for them to be in a different conference, and for them to dominate as well as they did, it speaks volumes to how not only how good North Carolina A&T is, but how good HBCU football can be going into the future. Now, if this keeps, I think more HBCU schools could continue this trend of venturing off from either the MEAC or the SWAC and going to other conferences and competing there. You know, and, you know, personally, like, A&T really deserved this. They were really dominant, and I really love the fact that they ventured off out of the MEAC. You know, and I hope that they can actually get some consideration into the Celebration Bowl. Probably not because they're not in the MEAC anymore. But, you know, I think this should open doors for more HBCUs, not just in Division One, but in Division Two as well. I think if Miles College or if Tuskegee or hell, if Bowie State really continue on the path that they're going on, I think they should really consider either venturing off to another conference or, you know, like how North Carolina Central was in the CIAA. And after they won 2 straight CIAA championships, they ventured off into the MEAC. When Winston-Salem State won their 2 conference championships in the CIAA, they ventured off into the MEAC and then ventured back to CIAA. So I think it could really help brand HBCU football for different HBCU schools to branch off into other conferences if they're competitive. You know, it's not like that for every HBCU school, right? So I think if it continues for Jackson State, now granted, this is only the first year for Jackson State, you know, and Deion Sanders, right? But what if they're dominant in the SWAC for the next 4 or 5 years? Like, right? Like, what is their future in the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for the vision that Deion Sanders has for HBCU football, I think it could actually happen a lot quicker than expected. Because what if Jackson State goes undefeated next year and not only win the Celebration Bowl, but win the Division I championship game as a whole? You know what I'm saying? That can speak volumes to any HBU team moving forward. But for North Carolina A&T, this is big. This is really, really big for HBCU football, period. And I'm excited for them. I knew they were going to put up 21 points. Didn't think they were going to put up this much. But I'm excited for them, y'all. Shout out to A&T in their big win. And shout out to Jah-Maine Martin, man, for coming back to his normal self. I'm used to seeing him scoring, 2 and 3 touchdowns a game. So shout out to Jah-Maine Martin and North Carolina A&T, man. Shout out to y'all and y'all big win.